I thought I knew what love looked like. The gentle touches, the shared laughter, the way someone says your name like it belongs only to them. I thought I had found that. I thought I had found her. But one night, one single phone call turned my perfect love story into a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. And if you've ever trusted someone with your whole heart, you know how deep that cut goes. It was a rainy Tuesday, the kind of day where the sky feels heavy and the streets glisten under the streetlights. I ducked into this little coffee shop downtown to get warm. She was there, by the window, a paperback in her hands. I recognized the book instantly. It was one of my favorites. I made a comment about it, and when she looked up, she smiled in a way that made me feel like I'd known her for years. We talked for hours that day, about books, movies, childhood dreams. She told me she wanted to travel Europe one day, that she loved dogs but was allergic to cats, and that she hated pineapple on pizza. When I left, I already knew I'd see her again, and I did the very next day. The first few weeks were like something out of a romance movie. Good morning texts before I woke up. Surprise coffee deliveries at my office. She'd wait for me after work just to walk me home. One night, she looked up at me and said, "I think you're the person I've been looking for my whole life." And I believed her, completely. Started small, so small I brushed it off. Late night phone use followed by her quickly locking the screen when I walked into the room. Last minute cancellations with excuses about work running late. And once, a weekend where she said she was visiting her sister, but never posted a single picture, even though she was always glued to social media. I told myself I was overthinking. I didn't want to be the jealous partner. She met my friends, my family. Even my mom called her the daughter she never had. We made plans to move in together. We talked about vacations, marriage, maybe even kids. I thought we were building a life. But behind my back, she was building something else entirely. Over the next few months, little cracks began to show. Her stories sometimes didn't line up. She'd tell me she was out with a friend, but that friend would post a picture from somewhere completely different. She started keeping her phone face down, even when she was just in the kitchen. When I'd ask who she was texting, she'd brush it off with, "It's work stuff, nothing exciting." One night, I asked her directly if something was wrong. She smiled, kissed me, and said, "You're imagining things." And just like that, I convinced myself she was right. After all, she still looked at me the same way. Or so I thought. Then came the weekend that changed everything. She told me she was going on a girls' trip. No location, no details. I didn't push, I trusted her. But when I checked her Instagram, she hadn't posted a single thing for 2 days. That's when the uneasy feeling in my stomach became impossible to ignore. Even my friends started to pick up on it. One night, a buddy pulled me aside and asked if I was okay. He'd seen her at a restaurant, not with her friends, but with a man. I laughed it off, told him it must be a misunderstanding. But inside, my heart was starting to break. I didn't know it yet, but I was days away from finding out the truth. And when it came, it wouldn't be from her lips. It was a Tuesday night. I was half asleep on the couch when my phone rang. The number wasn't saved. When I answered, the voice on the other end was calm. Almost too calm. He said my name, then hers. And then, he told me he'd been seeing her for 4 months. At first, I thought it was some sick joke. But then, he described her laugh. The exact way she tilted her head when she was pretending to listen. He told me about a necklace she wore, the one I had given her on our anniversary. And then, the final blow, the name of the restaurant where they'd had dinner 2 weeks earlier. The same restaurant where she had told me, "I love you, and I always will." He sent me pictures, and there she was, her hand in his, smiling at him the same way she used to smile at me. In that moment, I felt something inside me shatter. The next day, I asked to see her. When she arrived, she hugged me like nothing was wrong. I didn't hug back. I looked her in the eyes and asked, "Who is he?" Her smile faded. Her breathing changed. And for the first time since I met her, she had nothing to say. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just walked away because I realized I wasn't losing the person I thought she was. She never existed. The first few days felt like I was living in a fog. I replayed every memory, every smile, every word, trying to figure out when it all started to go wrong. Even the good memories felt tainted now. The park picnics, the movie nights, the whispered promises. They all felt like scenes from a script she'd been performing. Heartbreak teaches you things you don't want to learn, like the fact that love without trust isn't love at all. And sometimes losing someone isn't the worst thing, holding on to the wrong person is. If you're watching this and you've been betrayed, hear me, you will be okay. The pain won't last forever, but the lesson will. And one day you'll look back and realize you dodged a bullet. Love can be beautiful, but it can also be a mask. The hardest thing you'll ever do is take it off and face the truth underneath. But when you do, you'll finally be free. Have you ever found out a truth that completely changed the way you saw someone? Share your story in the comments. You never know, your words might be the reason someone else walks away from a lie they've been living.